Hello friends, welcome back. Let's bake a batch of wholesome healthy cookies. What makes this recipe unique is the sweetener used here. And the result I have got with date palm jaggery has surprised me. So let's start making cookies. Take 3 tablespoons of ghee. Make sure the ghee is at room temperature. Next we'll be taking 4 tablespoons of date palm jaggery. I have grated it. Mix very well until no grits are visible, and this is the reason I have taken melted ghee or soft ghee or room temperature ghee in this recipe, unlike my other recipes that use solid ghee. You can also use butter in this recipe. Again, if you take butter, then you will need butter at room temperature so that we can mix it well with the grated jaggery. Next, add 1 tablespoon of oil. If you don't want to take oil, you can substitute it with ghee, and if you take ghee or butter, then you will need to add it initially. Since I am adding oil, so I am adding it after mixing ghee with jaggery. Now, once it is mixed properly, we'll need to freeze it for 10 minutes or refrigerate for 30 minutes. The idea behind freezing is to make sure the mix looks perfect for creaming, and this is exactly how our frozen mix looks like. And see, we are being able to cream it well. However, in my case it got loose very quickly, so I creamed it for at least 2.5 minutes and then froze it again for 10 minutes. You may choose to freeze it for 10 minutes or refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes. And see how it will drip. This is what we are not aiming for. And this is exactly how our frozen creamed mix looks like. Once again, we'll need to whip it. I am using a spoon, but you can use your hand whip or whatever you have. After creaming, we'll need to add 1 tablespoon of hung or thick curd. I'll share the recipe to make quick hung curd above. I'll also be sharing all the links in the description box. Now I am adding curd as a substitute for fat. So if you don't want to add curd, you can add milk instead. Now it's time to add the flours one by one. Do not dump it all together. I am adding half cup of whole wheat atta. I always add my flour in batches. I add 1/4 cup initially and then mix everything together with a spoon and then add the remaining part. And also remember to sift the flours properly. Sifting will help aerate the flour and which will give you crispy cookies. Since I'm making a wholesome batch of cookies, so I always try to include as many ingredients as possible. So I have added 2 tablespoons of Horlicks here. Mix it properly. Mix everything one by one. Next we'll be adding half cup of almond flour. I'll be sharing the recipe link above. I always make my almond flour at home. It's very easy. So it's a protein, fiber and nutrition packed cookie for one and all. You'll enjoy it. It's very delicious. And date palm jaggery has taken it to another level. Finally, we'll be adding half cup of whole oats. And for this recipe, I'm using 240 ml of cup. So remember that. Initially, I added 1/4 cup of oats, mixed everything, and then added 1/4 cup again. Now look how I am doing. I'm only gathering the ingredients. I'm not kneading it. If you knead the dough, then you'll get chewy cookies. Heat your oven or air fryer to 160 degrees for 5 minutes. Make small balls of cookies. I have made small balls and then inserted them with a fork. You may skip this altogether. You may even roll it out like a chapati, thick chapati. It should be at least for 1/4 inch in thickness. Fry or bake at 160 degrees for 15 to 18 minutes. Make sure each cookie is spaced out evenly. This will help even cooking. One batch of cookies is ready. To the remaining dough, I added 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder to make it interesting for kids. You may skip it altogether because the cookies tasted really yummy. The first batch was extremely yummy. If you do choose to add cocoa powder, please increase the amount of date palm jaggery as well. Roll out the dough into a thick chapati, which should be at least 3 to 4 times thickness of chapati or 1/4 inch in thickness. Cut and make desired shapes with a lid or cookie cutter, and then you can make a design of your choice if you wish, or make insertions with a fork. Bake or air fry for 15 to 18 minutes. Please keep an eye on your cookies, and you know your machine better than me. Temperature settings may vary. Let's see how crispy these are. Like this recipe. If you do, please hit the subscribe, share and like button. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye bye. Take care. Stay healthy and safe, everyone. Bye bye.